Welcome to Inside Target Center to Timberwolves Fastbreak alongside Kevin Lynch and Rebecca Brunson. I am Annie Sabo. 132-118, the final this evening. Orlando takes the regular season series 2-0. This was a game, 10-point game at the half, but then things escalated in the third quarter. The Magic took a 19-point lead into the fourth quarter, and the Wolves just couldn't recover.
Yeah, they had some good offensive performances by some guys. Malik Beasley came out and had a monster of a game with 29. Naz Reid again had a good offensive game with 16 points. There are a couple 14-point scorers in there as well. But the thing that hurt the Wolves tonight was their defense. When you allow a team to score at 60%, then you're not going to be able to win a lot of games. That means you're going to have to put up a chunk of points. And they scored 118 points, but it wasn't enough because they allowed Orlando to roam free, to get to where they wanted to go in the paint and be able to hurt them there. I think they had about 60-something points in the paint or so, but that was where they struggled. You know, they have to try to get that shooting percentage down for those teams, hold it into about the mid-40s, and then they'll be able to find some success. But when you don't do that, when you allow teams to shoot that way, you're putting so much pressure on your offense that everybody has to, consciously be aware of that and try to put up their best possible games.
Yeah, Magic. It seemed like right at the end of that second quarter, it was a one-possession ball game with about a minute to go in the half, and then they just exploded. Next thing you know, they're up 10. And then they got off to a quick start to start the third quarter, and that was the ball game right there. And they just basically coasted to this win. But Rebecca's right, just poor defense. That's got to get better. You got to also factor in Karl Anthony Towns is not in the lineup, but even with Towns playing, the defense has got to get better. Yet again, Orlando just pounding Minnesota. They dominated on the glass again. Vucevic, the big guy, former All-Star, kind of throwing around people for the Timberwolves inside, and he dominated. So Orlando's typically not a high-scoring team, but when you don't play good defense, bad offensive teams can score big.
Right. Again, the final, 132-118. The Wolves just can't stop the Magic. Malik Beasley, though, did set a new season high in points. He had 29, but tough to win when your opponent is shooting over 60%, as we mentioned. Let's head downstairs to hear from head coach Ryan Saunders. He says where he thinks this game went wrong.
I'm going to have to go back and watch the film, but I thought that we rushed some shots, which we missed shots at the rim as well. And missed layups at the rim are as good as turnovers for an opponent, because you're basically then playing in a disadvantaged situation in transition. But then we rushed shots. We didn't value possessions as a group. And then defensively, we were allowing straight-line drives.
The Wolves' 3-game homestand comes to an end Sunday, an afternoon tip-off with Zion and the Pelicans. Tuesday, we go back on the road, beginning a 6-game road trip to face James Harden and the Rockets. And on Friday, the Wolves in OKC to face the Thunder. We hope to see you for Wolves Live Sunday beginning at 2 o'clock, as that'll do it for Timberwolves Fast Break.